Hello everybody, welcome back to UKSG Green 2025. I am Mark, I am here. What have they done? Episode 1, Episode Medal, and Episode 2. I mean, I have ran all those games. You are having way too much fun with this tech. But welcome everybody, we are fundraising for Crisis. We have raised an amazing £2,120 so far. We are on day 2 of 4 of this event. Please do keep your donations coming in. We have 2 amazing donation incentives right now. We have the Mort the Chickens all cutscenes incentive to see all the cutscenes in the silly, amazing Mort the Chicken game. They are, if you've never seen them, don't Google them, but you want to see them. And of course, we also have the bid war for which door is Stanley going to go through in the parable when we go through that run. But right now, we have the ever wonderful Geordie here for their first run in person with probably my favorite game, and the game that got me going on Twitch. It's Sonic Mania. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. I will have to admit, it's probably what got me into speedrunning and Twitch, well, not really Twitch myself, but speedrunning. This was my first game. It's my favorite 2D Sonic game. Honestly, one of the best ones, I think.
Oh, absolutely. 100% agree. It does so much right. It's fun, but it has enough new things in it as well. Because a lot of people are going, it's just a nostalgia trip. It's like, no, there's actually a lot of new stuff in here. Oh, yeah, yes. There's some nostalgic skins. Yes, there's Green Hill again, but it's a lot of fun. And you're going to see some fantastic gameplay here. I hope you're ready for Tails. Glitched. No emeralds, so no cheating for me. But when you're ready then, the show is yours.
Thank you. I don't think I need anything else to say. You've explained it perfectly well. Right, well, we'll get ready and go.
All
3, 2, 1, go.
And we are off. Welcome to Sonic Mania, everybody. Currently being run on the PlayStation 5 here. You have got the 2D Classic Sonic here, so we're going to be playing with Tails. Tails has the ability to fly. We'll be seeing that more later. But Geordie is currently doing the spin dash. The main thing about the spin dash is you want to get as many revs as you can. You want to get 6 revs and then release it basically frame perfectly to get the highest possible spin dash on this. We've got our first power up. It is the Speedy Shoes. The Speedy Shoes increase your acceleration and your top speed, allowing you to go real fast there. Grabbing the invincibility allows us to run through a whole bunch of enemies in that, just like you saw in Drift. It allows us to go through. We're then going to go up, fly straight over to our boss fight, and our first boss fight is Eggman's robot. 3 hits on each head is required, 1, 2, 3. Then with Tails, we're going to just jump once, jump twice, get it, and that is done. Beautiful play there. 40-second stage. No, you did not blink. No, you did not miss it. That is just how fast this can go. And the happy little fox does his little spin, and then away we go on that. So the interesting thing about running this on a PlayStation 5 is that Geordie has the square and the X button as the spin dash. Normally we like to piano roll or triple tap the buttons. Can't do that on a PlayStation 5 layout, so the mashing that is required to get these good spin dashes is ridiculous. Thankfully, the speed shoes give us a little bit of a reprieve. We grab the invincibility again. A number of precise jumps here being used in Green Hill 2 to navigate across the top route of the stage, which you normally don't get to see, and then we fall down the hole of the waterfall, land straight towards the boss fight, hit the spring in the ground, and away we go to our first Eggman boss. As we're now going to go under the hitbox here, it's the Death Egg Robo Mark. I don't know, it's like 67 at this point. But we're just going to jump and hit on his butt there because the hitbox doesn't have any, or the legs don't have any hitbox. We then get to fly up. We're going to fly up, hit the capsule as it comes down once it spawns, and allows us to go right into Chemical Plant.
I do need to say there is 3 jump buttons.
There are. Are you actually holding for the third one?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Wait, so what's your grip on that then? Is it
It's really weird.
Are you rolling your thumb over it?
Basically, as the controller shakes.
Oh, that is an impressive one, because doing it in the triangular method there, it doesn't quite fit. It's not as nice as just piano swiping, but the fact that you're actually managing to hit the third one as well, it's looking like your thumb is just rocking between the two, but you're hitting that too. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's years of practice.
Oh, absolutely. It's so hard. Here we go. Blind jump. Speaking of the years of practice coming out there. You don't know where you're going, but Geordie does. Imagine you outrun the camera in Mania here with Tails. Speedy boost all the way across. We're now doing some loop jumps. The loop jumps allow us to get even more speed off a loop than we are supposed to. We're going to go down to the boss area, and that entire stage is done. If you blinked, you missed it. We're now going to do damage boost to the boss of the video game. Tails is going to get 2 hits on that one. We're going to land down, deliberately take damage off the gloop here, as the dark blue gloop is evil, and it will damage us. Tails' hitbox is going to get bought over to the left-hand side. Get the 3 hits on that one, get the damage boost, get the remaining hit, and that is Chemical Plant 1. On to Chemical Plant 2. It is a vertically based stage. It is a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a really cool set of tricks on this one, and you're going to see the gimmick on this stage is, of course, flubber. Why do we call it flubber? Dark blue is going to damage you, light blue is going to give you a small bounce, and then the green stuff is going to give you the nice big flubber bounce. There's also purple, it's sticky, but we're going to see Tails with this flight do a lot of little skips as well. So the movement that you need to do with Tails is a lot more precise. You don't want to accidentally fly when you don't need to, but you also want to be making sure you're going down the correct route here. So we're going to go through on the blue tube here because we want to go all the way through and up. It is a vertically based stage with a little bit of left and right. Yes, I know we're going left in a Sonic game. It is highly unusual. More loop jumps there, very precise jumping over. Gets hit by the damage booster, that's fine. And then we're going to land on the bottom here, get the big jump up, and round we go to the left. We're going to do a little damage boost down the side here, off the spike, spin dash, straight over onto the thing here, fly up because we don't need to use that, into the booster, straight up, sniper, no snipey, down to the blue tube, hold the jump button as you come out the pipe here, as it lands on the iron box, and then up we go. Jordan making this look easy. We are on a cycle. We're going to try and aim for a certain part here. Actually, no, we're not, because that's the other route. I don't know if we go that way. We're going to about turn and fly on the other side, and I'm about to find out if we are going to go that route or not. So we're going to go around, we're going to go through. We are going up there. We can sneak under that as Tails. We get the 107 cycle, which is nice. We're going to avoid the special stage because it's no emeralds, and Tails' babby hitbox allows us to go right under it, and then we're going to head towards the boss area. So we're going to go through, just do the run, get the jumps down again. Very nice timing. And now we go into Dodger Robotnik's Mean Beam Salt Inducing Puyo Machine. How good's your Puyo skills?
Not well.
Just like me. Let's go.
A lot of people are going to question this, I think.
Don't worry, so do I. I do it all the time when I play it. So we're going to go down now. The game is simple. You want to match 4, but you want to match 4 with a whole bunch of colors. That way you get yourself a lovely combo. The better the combo you get, the more junk you send to the enemy, the more junk, the quicker it ends. So we're going to try and do the typical hail fire combo here. The green is going to be the trigger color. Getting a really nice set of colors right now. If we can get the continued green on this, that is what we're looking for. We just need the side on the other side here, so that's going to get dropped down, which is good. And then we're going to wait for the other green, get the yellow. That's going to be a wonderful drop on that one. We need to either get a red or a purple. Let's see if we can try and do that again. We're going to just probably drop that down. Not getting the full combo that we're looking for, but that is a solid start. While we're waiting on this one, we have a $10 donation from Zero Kirab, because they missed the yen key. This says, made you look. You did make me look. Hopefully Pollister sees that and gets a giggle. As we're now coming up towards the end, we get one more donation in here. We have a £10 donation from Faranir that says, meant to say there's no runner named Argic on the SRC leaderboards for Sonic Rise of Lyric, just like many other Sonic games that I supposedly run. Yeah, well, skill issue on me on that one. But if you do want to see who has the times on what, speedrun.com is a good place for it. As we now come out of the Puyo stage, we're going to hit our checkpoint and move on to the first unique zone of the game, Studiopolis. And if you want to make my job harder, I am commentating and hosting at the same time. Get your donations in for Crisis. I'll try and read them in between levels and in between bosses and that as well. Challenge me with your donations, chat. Bring them in all for a good cause. Alright, we are into Studiopolis right now, hitting the spring at the start there. It's going to go towards the bottom routes. We're going to fly up and round on the middle route here with Tails on this one. Because he has a slightly wonkier hitbox, we are allowed to take cool little funky things and then flip back around with the speedy shoes. That allows us to go up to the top route and have our cake and eat it too at the same time. So flying across the very top right now, we're going to go all the way across around here, get the big jump up on the side there. About to get a second set of speed shoes, jump down into the spinball van, because it does the spinball noise. We're then going to go all the way through and grab the lightning shield as we go around the loop on this section, because we're going to be heading towards our boss. Everybody in chat, I know if you're in mine or Huds' chat, you like to play Guess the Missile. Guess the missile combo that we're going to get. We need a 4-digit number between the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like 1111, 2222, or 3124, things like that. Do them in chat right now, and we'll see what missiles we're going to get. Praying for good missile RNG here. So 1 is top, 2 is middle, 3 is bottom. What are we going to get? We want to see 1s and 2s. We don't want no 3s. Don't give me the whammies. And that's a 2. That is perfect on the start of that one. So we've got numbers coming in: 2122, 3221, 3132, and others as well. As we're going to go through, we're going to go in. And we love to see all this flying there, just so we hit the transition point and then get ourselves sent up the top route here. This allows us to get a little bit of time save on it, as about a second or two. Our second missile is, it's a 3. We don't want to see that. That is unfortunate. So far, everybody that has posted is out, apart from Mousy Squish, as Mousy has went 2-3. So I'll have to see how that is going to go. As we then go into our next transition, 2 more missiles to go. So we have a donation here for you. We have a £50 donation from the one and only Grimmy Hunter, going to be running later on. It says, from Scotland to Seaside Coast, From Jordy to Tails, from I Am Brew to pure awesomeness. Massive shout out to the absolute legend that is Jordy with such an amazing run. Remember, Tails never fails. And that is absolutely right, Tails never fails, especially when you're the one in control. As we go to the final missile on that one, thank you very much, Grimmy, for the dono there. I know you're behind us as well. And good luck to your run later on. We're looking forward to some Unleash later in the event. And there we go. That are the missiles done there on that one. As we then go through into our second stage, Studiopolis Act 2. Going to slow down right at that post there, because if you run fast at a high speed, it goes up in the air, does the little pirouette and twirls back down. That's a little bit slow. We don't want to do that. We're just going to run our way through and get ourselves to the end of it there. We're now going to go into Studiopolis Act 2. We're going to start with a nice big spin dash. We're going to get a big jump. And then from the big jump, we can fly with Tails, because Tails has that ability. The other thing, again, Tails' smaller hitbox is going to come in handy on this section. We're going to just do a deliberate damage boost on there to get under that without having to bonk onto it. Very nice. We now use the jump go in the middle right this one. Spin dash going to wait. Do the jump over and fly. Goes over the red bouncy orbs there. Land down towards the bomb. Hits the bumpers to knock us down immediately. Allows us to then roll down the hill and spin away we go. Jumping over, because we're going to take the alternate right through the stage here. Through the lovely cables. Is going to drop us down to the bouncer that we need on the left-hand side of the stage. Up the stairs, insta-spring is very, very nice. Wait to the bottom there, wait to the right. We're going to just jump up, get a nice spring, 1, 2. Try and get the right angle on the funnel there. Good through. And then we're going to go up onto the top one, bouncing on the ceiling to roll backwards. And then Tails is going to have a lovely interesting bit, just casually going through the bumpers there, because he can squeeze in between them. Jumps over, comes down, goes to the top route, spins around. We're going to then get the jump over this section, down the bottom, lands in the little secret hole there. That's going to take us to our final wire and down to our boss segment, where we have the good chicken. So we're going to go through, we're going to go round it on the firebox. We don't need the fire shield, we'll get more of that later on. As we now go to our boss fight, where we're just going to fly, and we're going to just try and get a couple of hits off the boss here. So 1, 2, and then on the underside, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Boss is done, no mechanics required, no explanation needed. A very smooth boss fight. And I have that wonderful noise from the 22nd of the 7th back in 2016, where they did a stream revealing it and had deadly audio issues. We know, we run our own events, audio is hard. But we're now going to go into everybody's favourite stage that popped off hard when you saw it. It is Flying Battery Zone here. So this is a glitched run. We are going to see some fun stuff coming up very, very soon. We're going to navigate our way through the stage right now. We're going to make sure we don't get bodied by any of the flames. We're going to jump down onto the platforms. No need to grab the fire shield this time, because we have our buddy Tails. And we're going to end up on the outside. This is where we're going to have a little bit of fun. Big old spin dash fly across the top there. As long as Tails is touching a ceiling-based object, he will gain a nice big boost of speed and can maintain that speed as we go our way through. Single tap spin dash allows us to get right on the proper cycle to get through those cylinders. We're now going to be worrying about where the squishies are going to be. Don't need to use any of the shields at the moment. It's going to be a number of precise jumps just to get up and over. Not flying, because if we are flying with Tails, he does decelerate, and we want to go as fast as we can as we are trying to make our way through the cycles. Over the top there, we're going to get 1, 2, and 3. We are off and through. Down to the bottom now is where we're going to go. We're currently at a nice cycle at the 47, 48 there. That's beautiful. That means that's not going to turn off until the 53. That then allows us to go through, up and in. Beautiful stage so far as we're going through. We're now going to go onto the top right here. Going to hit the button on the top to spin our way through. Going to wait for the missiles to come down, as missiles do give us a bit of iron as a part of a balanced diet, but we don't want to eat any of them today, as we're going to fall down on the 3. Grab the lightning shield, run our way over 1, jump our way over 2, get the 3rd one with a flight, and then away down, wait for the missiles. We're then going to jump down, immediately head to our next boss, which is giving us a little tidbit on something that you're not going to get to see. So we got the boss, we're going to come down because we have the lightning shield, we don't have to worry. It's a lot of junk that's going to be compressed, but with Tails and his lovely flying ability, we're just going to jump into the boss, fly into it, stay in the hitbox, grab the couple hits, fall back down, and bam, very clean boss there, very nice level as we head into Act 2. And while we're going into our next one, we have a £25 donation from Rachel that says, "Love you, Jordy. So proud of you." Lily is watching too with a little love heart as well. Amazing. Thank you very much for your donation.
Thank you, Rachel. That is my partner.
Oh, very nice. You're absolutely killing this, by the way. This is an amazing run. Everybody, please do keep your donations coming in. Show Jordy all the love on the run, because this run is about to go off the rails in the best possible way. We are now going down the bottom route, because in Sonic Mania, the top route is not always the best route. And what we're going to be doing on this is we're going to be using Tails and his flight ability to its absolute maximum. we're going to be doing a boss skip on this one. So we're going to be running around past the chickens here. We're going to be going on the underside. This is where things get a little bit dangerous because if you fall down there, you are in trouble. But managing to not get hit by any of the enemies, allowing us to run through to the inside of the ship here, and then making it just on the cycle to get pushed up there. Very nice.
That's my first ever time getting that
cycle. Let's go! Making the earliest cycle on that. The run of the Scottish is coming through here. You're doing very, very well. Now the fun begins. We had that checkpoint for safety. It's very, very important. We're now going to go onto the outside of the flying battery. The boss is coming up very soon, but we are not going to be doing that. Instead, Jordy is going to be positioning in a very particular way. Going to hit the spring here. No, we're going springless. Instead, we're going to do the flight strap. That's where the boss entrance is. We're lining up on the right one. We're then going to fly down casually onto a mysterious platform area. Then we go back into where the boss arena should have been. There's the end of the level, and that allows Jordy to skip the boss. The hard part about that is if Jordy landed slightly earlier, you would be soft locked above the capsule in the area, have to do Act 2 all over again. No soft locked, run continues, great speed, wonderful. Now into Press Garden Act 2, we're going to see if we can make a very lovely cycle here with Tails just going to fly up on this section. We do have the boxes, we don't really need to worry about it because of Tails' flight, but we're going to do a precise amount of jumps and then speed down some of the slopes here. Another stage is very vertically based with a lot of left and right, a lot of back and forward. We'll need to see how the cycles are going to go. Spin dash jumps, get through the enemies here. Big old jump and then fly up onto the boxes. Going to try and land it. Not quite, so we're just going to go right up the very top there and then round to our other side. Again, Tails' smaller hitbox is going to come in handy here for certain areas where we're not going to get squished by them. We're just going to jump up through and in the last one. Going to wait for it to come up. Immediately release the spin dash. Allow us to go up onto the top right, which is we then on our way through. Hit the squishy again, then up and around here. We're just going to hit off the spring. Hold the jump button. It's going to allow us to just bounce all the way up onto them. Lovely. Stuck in ball form until we go through onto the spring there. Up and out. Through this one, jump up onto the spring. Round to the other side, back to the right, down we go, and then we're going to fly up to the top area here. So we've got over the lovely spinner, under the enemy. We just jump up, we fly, see what cycle our platform is going to be at, and then get a nice big boosted flight again up onto that one. From one spinner to the next spinner, and then towards the end of the stage. If you know what's coming up soon is going to be the boss, I want you to have your wave emotes ready, as we're going to go and wave to the boss. Going to just jump down the bottom here. It's going to take us round and up, as this part is a bit of a maze if you've not done it before. And then just round, bouncy, 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 fly straight over, and here comes the boss. Wave to the boss, everybody. Hi, boss.
Hi, boss.
So we love the boss on that one. We're going to wait. We're going to jump over into the boss's arena once he's ready. Spin dash. Oh, swag under there. That's dangerous because you can get crushed by those blocks. We're deliberately going to make sure we get a couple of hits on the boss there. 4 damage boost, and then for 5 and 6. And bye, boss. Boss is gone. And away we go. And that was the boss on that stage. We're now going to go outside into Press Garden Act 2. As that is what we want to see. And while we're doing that, we have a little update on our incentives here. Again, we have the chicken incentive coming up. It is at £145 out of the 1,000. We have about another 4 hours left on that one. Push for the chicken. You want to see those cutscenes? They are hilarious. It is a really fun, silly game that is enjoyable that you want to try and grab. And for the door, we are currently £145 on that at 75 to the red door and 70 to the blue door. So red door is currently winning over the blue door. We don't want Mario over Sonic. We want Sonic. So get that blue door in the lead again. As we now come through Press Garden Act 2, this is a really funky stage because of the number of precise jumps that you need to do. We do want to be getting frozen at one point just coming up here. That's going to allow us to then take a little shortcut that effectively cuts the stage in half. Grabbing the speed shoes there is good with a light the invincibility as well, but sometimes the game says no. So we wait until this part happens, we then jump out and we get with Tails, we fly up. This is why the invincibility would be nice, so these platforms do not take us out as we're flying up there. But we just get to go through off onto the spring, and away we go to the Heavy Shinobi as we spring our way through and in, and that is a very short stage there. Heavy Shinobi boss fight is simple. It's who has the bigger hitbox. The answer is actually Shinobi in this case. So with Tails, he does have to jump and hit the boss before the boss hits the ground. Otherwise, you will get frozen. Jordan makes light work of it. The boss is done. We're now coming into our midway point of the run with Stardust Speedway, as we're going to have some more fun as we go through on it. Stage where Knuckles was first sorted. Stardust Speedway, the speed is coming out now. We're going to go off the bouncy panels here. We're going to navigate our way through the spring maze, but we know exactly which angle we're going for, where we're going to go all the way up, get a nice big jump off the ramp with the red springs there, use the boosts and the loop jumps just to maintain as much speed as we possibly can, and then we get the jump up through the side here, not having to worry about any rings on the ring boxes, as this is a glitched run and no super coming through. Now for one of the most deadliest rooms for every character other than Tails, because Tails can just fly over the top of it. That spiked room is a pain in the butt for every single other character, but we are good to go. So now we get to a number of slope jumps off, making light work of the stage. Go past that little enemy there. Going to go in the middle section here, go down to the bottom, get a nice big spring jump over through, nice up and over, fly across, not too high, straight through the little corridor there, as we're now coming down to this section where we want to run, jump, jump over, and we're going to go run the loopity-loop and hopefully get down. This is going to be like a 53 checkpoint, but looks of things, a smooth stage 52 smooth stage, big light bug boss coming in now. We just had the light bug 1, 2, 3, away we go, take the mini ones out as they come through, and then we move into Stardust Act 2. How are you feeling about the run so far?
Feeling very good. This has been a very good run so far.
It has been a solid run so far. Audience, you all enjoying this run? That was rubbish. Do it again. You all enjoying this run? There you go. That's what we want to hear. I'm doing that thing where it's like work the audience, you know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's working.
Everyone chat, I hope you're all enjoying it as well. Welcome to the speediest stage in the game. It's Stardust Speedway Act 2. Not because it's actually the fastest stage to do time-wise, but because the movement is just dang speedy. Launching ourselves off the cannons here, going to go through, round and on the loop-to-loop. We're now already basically halfway through the stage. You don't believe me, but we're going to do a number of little jumps here. Spin dash through, up, round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where it stops, nobody knows. Big old jump on the side, and then round to our boss fight. I wasn't kidding. There's an achievement for doing that in like 35 seconds or something, and there you go, 31. We're now going to go through into the boss fight. This is where we're going to be having a little bit of fun. So we're going to do some clipping shenanigans on this one. As always, with a Sonic game, geometry is an illusion.
There is no clipping in this one.
Oh, you're not doing it?
No, I think it's just for super.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, bum. That's not fair. Super exclusive.
But
Let's go.
we can skip phase 1.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, you're going to do the fight then.
Yeah.
All
Hopefully.
right. Let's find out if we get that then. So, Metal Sonic is racing us right now.
Where is he?
Don't worry about him. Actually, no, we kind of need to worry about him. Because what we need to do is we need Metal Sonic to not go in the magic hole. Normally, we want him to go into the hole and go into phase 2 here. We're not wanting him to do that. We're just going to fly up with Tails, not bonk off the corner, and then go right around the other side. We need to stay at a higher height, going over his arena, completely skipping it.
There we go.
But we still have to be careful because the game then hasn't acknowledged the fact that we have finished Act 1, because we didn't, we skipped it. And if he accidentally enters the arena down below, he can get stuck in the machine and that soft locks us. I actually forgot that this one still existed because it's been so long since we actually done it. So I'm glad that that one still lives. Now we've got the hard boss because we don't have super. So what Jordy's doing here is literally abusing the iframes or abusing the fact that the boss doesn't have hit frames while the boss is taking damage and getting the precise hits needed to stay within the boss's arm's hitbox without getting hurt. So hitbox but not hurtbox. It's really hard, and that's how that works. But now we're in a Hydro City. If you want to say the other one, do it in a donation. I might reply to it.
I nearly said it.
You almost said it. Are you Team Hydro or Hydros?
Team Hydro, honestly.
Nice! So if you want to try and overrule us for Team Hydro City, or Hydro City, or whatever you want to do with it, know that you have two Team Hydro City here. But this is a very hard stage. This has got a new thing that I've not seen, and I am very excited to see how it goes. So I know how this stage is meant to go, but apparently there's a few cutscene skips now, so we're going to see how that one is. But if you want to try and outvote us for the Hydro City, read in your donation. This will be the only time you get me to say the other version of it through donations. Because as the host, I'm not allowed to not read donations of that name because it doesn't go against our terms and conditions. I asked them, I tried. They said, no, it's fine, you can read it. So yeah, we're going to go through now. We're navigating on the underwater section of the stage here. We're taking the route that Tails normally goes for. We are deliberately needing the drowning music here because we're about to go and become Zombie Tails. So we need a specific timing here. Where on 0 we get caught, and then as Tails falls down, he gets released by the enemy, and suddenly we still have control of Tails, but the timer has ended, and we cannot interact with any sprite-based objects. No rings, no blocks, no fans, nothing. Nothing like this can now be interacted with. This now allows us to still interact with the physical geometry of the stage and navigate our way through towards the boss. Now, I know where we were supposed to end up, which was going up a certain top route here and then eventually doing a boss, but apparently there's a way to skip the cutscene now. So this I've seen and this I'm aware of. Seriously?
Yeah. Come on, jump. Where is he? There it is.
That is absolutely amazing. So what's happening there is while you are Zombie Tails, you still have control of Tails in the pause menu. And when that's happening, Jordy there listening for the audio of Tails jumping to know that we just paused before the cutscene, but still controlling Tails to after the cutscene and right at the end of the level, allowing us to skip it. That is magnificent and is the first time I've ever seen that. That is wonderful. We are now in Act 2. We are back to normal. The game has loaded everything correctly and we get a leg it towards the boss. Tails going to take a little bit of shortcuts here because he can fly, and flying is of course overpowered for him as we spring our way around. That is such a fantastic trick. That is amazing, and it is the first time we've seen that. That is a UKSG first, and I'm so glad that you got to share that with us. That is phenomenal.
I'm really glad I managed to pull that off in practice. I failed it twice.
Hey, for once, not in practice, but we got it in the run, and that's what we're looking for.
Yep.
Normally it's the other way about. Always in practice, never in the run. Speaking of in the run, Devin Sanity, £25, says, hydrosity is not a word. We agree, it's not a word. Hydrosity is not a word. Not a word. You Hydrosity fans, if you want to, you've got £25 to beat. If you want to get us to say those words, then, you know, you got to come in here. Wow. Big old bubble shield prevents you from drowning, deflects projectiles, and in Tails' case is going to be really powerful for this boss. The boss is a big fan of everything we're doing here, but we're going to not mind the fact that he's there. So we're just going to go down, and I'm hearing groans in the background. I'm happy about that. So we're just going to run our way through on this one. Unfortunately, not being super means you're not invincible. You can't turn Tails into a projectile, but we do know where all the mines are going to be. We're going to hit as many of them as we can, and then we're going to come up to our auto-scroller stage very, very soon. So if you want to get your donations read, there's an auto-scroller coming up. It's going to be a great time. I will do a Dinkelberg impression if I have to.
I kind of want to hear it.
Well, in that case, I'll read this donation we just got. We got a £10 donation from Nordic that says, I'm guessing we should just rename the zone Zombo City or Zombocity. Why'd you still spell it wrong? Ah. He's on the Hydrosity side, but he's got a Zombocity. Right, we have the opposite boss here. This is the boss from Sonic 3, but it's in a different way. We're going to fly up, we're going to go in, we're going to hit off the top of him. We don't want to get whirly-gigged. No! We got the washing machine. We're on the spin cycle. It happens. George is giving me time to get through these. Nordic, thank you very much for your £10 donation there. Thank you for putting it to the Mort the Chicken incentive. Remember, you think you've got time. Mort the Chicken is going to come up a lot sooner than you think. We do have the Stanley Parable run up coming up after Little Big Planet, and then a few runs after that, it is Mort. You do want to see them cutscenes. Please keep your donations coming in, especially as we're about to go to Mirage Saloon.
I would like everyone on chat to get ready with their Onos.
Everybody get your Onos ready. Everybody here in the audience, you know when to do it. Everybody in chat, you know when to do it too. Here it comes. Oh no!
Oh no.
And he's gone.
Never to be seen again.
Arguably gets to go do the better stage. I see you're cheating. So right now, we have PlayStation 5 controller. Has D-pad and an analog stick. Both of them work. And what I mean by that is they're detected as independent inputs of each other. So right now, Jordy is holding down on the D-pad and has revved the spin dash. So Tails is literally a cannonball while controlling the plane with the analog stick. Literally having their cake and eating it too. It's amazing. It's good fun. So while we're doing that as well, we're just going to let you know some of the things that Crisis do as well. Crisis, of course, are a charity that are trying to support people out of homelessness for good. They do this through education, training, support with housing, employment, and health. 90% of your donations are going towards Crisis, and 10% come to us at UKSG to help us run future events as well. We do love the fact that we are at £2,230 at the moment, and this is only middle of day 2 right now. We have plenty more goodies still to come. I hope you're all ready to see plenty of more awesome runs, including the second half of this Sonic Mania run, where we get even more glitchy stuff. You are cheating with that score because you've never released that spin dash. We get all the lives because it's 10k score now for every enemy destroyed. You can just see that score count go burr. Life count go burr. Chat, we're all doing oh-nos as well. Hello chat, we see you. Alright, so now Eggman's going to be the happiest he ever has. He's on his wee train. I love that animation. He's just so happy with his wee train. We love it. It's great. As we're now going to come up to the boss here very, very soon. Going to go and do a couple of flights, couple of jumps over this area. Just going to launch us. We'll hit the checkpoint for safety as gun can crush you, and me no like gun crushers. So we're going to go through going, no gun crush this time. Did not will it into existence. No commentator's curse.
Because Tails' hitbox is so small, he can't get crushed. Because I've never ever been crushed by Tails.
Lucky him. I've had it a few times and it's not good. And now shoutouts to way back when we did the BTRL of Sonic Mania to Bowie and Ash and the big old worm. Big old worm's going to jump out the ground. So they're going to give you 1 hit or 3 hits. That was a 1. That's a 3. And then it can also go left and right where you can get potentially 2 hits off it. So far the RNG is mid. Well, at least it went to the right as it was more over the right side there. And that's that boss done. We're now going to head over to the Stay Hydrated stage, Mirage Saloon Act 2. There's loads of water tracks here, reminding us all to stay hydrated as we go through it. That's what we want to see. So we're going to go up, we're going to skip the cutscene. The plane is going to crash again. This time, not Tails' fault. Sonic's piloting. So he crashes them as well. As we now run our way through. This is a really fun one to do. It's a really smooth one. We go jump at the start to go over the loop rather than through it. We're then going to run our way down to the bottom here, round the loopity-loop, get the speed from the ramp on the jump. Through we go. Get the spring on this side, making sure we do the jump up there to get the flight up to the top platform, then off the flipper. The flipper's going to take us through some of the balloons that push us up, and then we get our first little water segment. Hit the water track, takes us down all the way through, rounding up. Going to land on the gun area. Going to launch ourselves through the gun towards the top right here, bounce off the platform right up and in. Very nice, very smooth. Down the bottom, doing the jump off the corner piece of the platform, and then we bounce over, get caught by the chair. Nobody likes them, but as we spin around on that one, it needs oiled as well. Get some of that WD-40 out there. So we're going to spin our way through, round, we're going to jump up and fly. And then because we are a singular character on this one, we do unfortunately actually have to do the boss. No boss skip available on this one, but we do get to see 3 really cool characters as Heavy Magician is about to do a magic trick. So Heavy Magician pops out. Tip of the hat to you. Away we go. We got Fang. Want to hit Fang. Want to hit the boss once, and then we want to hit Fang again, and then hit the boss twice. That'll put the boss into the next phase. That's fine. Doesn't matter if this happens because we can get 3 attempts at this in total. So we now got the Bean, the Dynamite. We want to get 1 hit, then we want to get the double if we can. So we're going to go for that time. Get the double there. Very nice. And then one final time as we get the final character from Sonic the Fighters here. We got them all, so we want to get the single, and then we want to go for the double to see if we can get ourselves through this one and get the quick out. Nicely recovered, well played. So missing that first hit, did not lose time because backed up on the second 2. And now we're going to go off into the oil ocean. And while we're going to the oil ocean, we have £25 from Tojin. The saying hydrosity is an atrocity. Need chicken cutscenes. We do need chicken cutscenes. Chicken cutscenes are going to be a lot of fun. More the chicken, we want those cutscenes. That is putting our £25 towards it as well. Thank you very much. As we're now running through Oil Ocean here, a very fun stage, going up around the top section here, making sure we stay flying with Tails up to the fan. The fan takes us out of fight, allows us to then fall down. As we run our way through, we're going to go off to the middle right here. We're going to get the little platforms popping us up to the top side there. Jump, spin dash through, get to the second collapsible platform, jump off of that one, and suddenly I'm craving some chili dogs.
Really?
Yeah. Can't say this rest on the PG stream though. So we're going to go through, we're going to see Bob the Builder. Some of them will get the reference, some of them may not. If you get the reference, understand that you are now old. Here's an even older one. Bob the Builder, can you fix it? Yeah, someone immediately just went, no, you're absolutely right. Bob doesn't get a chance. That was Bob. Sorry, Bob. We love you, but not happening. Now we got the Schmog on screen here. Geordie is positioning themselves correctly in the middle of the two pipes here because this is going to allow them to completely skip deactivating this smog mechanic. What this smog is meant to do is it's meant to disappear, then come back and start draining your rings at 1 ring per second. Tails' ability to fly as well allows us to cut out literally the first half of the stage. There you go. Sonic has to take about 15-20 seconds to get up here. Tails is up there in 3. Who says flying isn't powerful? So we're now going to go through. We're going to do a number of spin dashes on this one. We're going to jump down on this section. We're going to go through on that one, bounce off the enemy. Don't hit the fire orbitals because they'll put everything on fire. Grab our speedy shoes, navigate our way through, get the flight up on 1, up 2. Then we go on to the spinny barrel. And we go around this section, jump up over the enemies there. We're going to try and keep these speed shoes for as long as we can. We then wait, fall down, get over, get the nice big jump off the corner slope there. Not going to go through any of the submarines, not that we can tell which color they are right now. Nice big jump, falls down the bridge, rolls on the hill, down to the elevator, and then we're going to come down and we're going to go into the boss fight. The boss fight here, the only question is, who pogs better, me or the boss? Except from, we're not going to get to see that because wait for it. Oh. Well, who pogs better? The answer is always the boss. The boss got a bigger mouth for it. So what Geordie was trying to do there is a really precise glitch to skip over the Oil Ocean boss. Specifically with Tails, you can jump into the boss arena and then fly up. Then you go about 1/3 of the way towards the arena and the screen actually unlocks with Tails above the boss arena trigger. Unfortunately, didn't get quite high enough, wasn't able to get past the trigger there, having to fight the boss, but knowing immediately that the boss fight was coming, boss fight can be done real quickly. It is a good time save if you can get it, but nothing to just agonize over. As now we're going to go into Lava Reef. Or okay, Lava Beef.
I have a question for you, and I'm going to let you decide.
Sweet.
Do we go with Dark Lava Reef 2?
If you can do that, I would love you to do that.
All right, we're doing it.
I love Dark Lava Reef. Dark Lava Reef is such a beautiful aesthetic that you are in for a treat if you get to see it on this one. It is time loss, but swag is time neutral, and this is a lot of swag. So we're going to run our way through the stage here. We're going to navigate. This is just a lot of buttons. This is one of the stages that's basically almost like for like on its original counterpart. It's a lot of just really smooth movement, no real major glitches or anything that we need to worry about on it, unless we're going to do the little swag towards the end, but we'll see what happens when we get there. But it's dodge a lot of the lava objects, dodge a lot of the spinny things, and then of course the crushers are here as well. But as long as you have little iframes there, you are good to go. So thank you, Fireball. We appreciate you. So we're just going to run our way through. We're going to just jump off the slope there. We're going to go through. Fireballs are just going to be a pain in the butt at the moment because, unfortunately, when you lose the shield, we don't get to prevent the fireballs from hitting us now. So he's going to run and jump, and up we go, flying up the top. It's Tails. Where do you go? Up there, and through and round. Dodging the squishy. Don't want to get squishy. No squishy. That's very good. Down the bottom right. Another of precision spin dashes off the spring. Gotta slow down deliberately because Tails' small hitbox doesn't allow you to do the same movements that Sonic does, which is slightly annoying. So we then go through, we fly up, we grab the speedy shoes. You know what that does? Speed all the way between now and the end of the stage. As we're going to go through, we're going to go down, hit the checkpoint, give me a nice big stair jump. Nah, not quite bumped off the enemy there. We're just going to jump up, going up to the top here. Fly up this section, away we go, round and down. And time to see what's going to happen. So we're going to go through, we're going to go over into the bottom side. So yes, we are playing it safe on this one, that is fine. As we're then going to run our way down towards the boss arena. Spin dash nice, Tails' hitbox allows us under that. Any other character bonks their head. We're then going to head our way down to the boss arena on the little spinny segment here. Down to the area and then into the boss fight. The boss fight in this one is unfortunately harder with no super on it. But it is a case of the boss is invulnerable until 2 bouts of fire have came out. Grabbing the extra fire shield will allow us to make it just that little bit easier. So first section here, we just have to wait. There's not a lot that we can do on it. We just have to go in, dodge all the little spikes that come down. Shoutouts to the Mystic Cave Zone because the boss did the same thing on that one. Need to get the second bout of fire and then we will get the vulnerability in the middle. Deliberate damage boost here. So we're going to then be in the middle, wait until the superheated armor is gone. That allows us to get 2 early hits. We're then going to stay in the middle here. The fire isn't going to come back up. This gets the final remaining hits on the boss. Smooth as you like. And there was a nice because we had 69 rings. Very nice. So we're going to take a little bit of time loss here. We're going to do a swag is time neutral. We're going to activate dark lava beef. You can see the lava has turned off. In this cutscene, we can normally skip it, but if we time the skip of the cutscene after the lights have dimmed and the timer goes back to 0, you start the game and you skip the cutscene, doesn't put the lights back on, and you get this glorious effect where all the sprite objects in that are based, or like, sorry, all the stage objects are turned out, they're all darkness, but all the sprite objects have this really cool lighting feature from the crystals that are constantly changing color. It is beautiful, it is fantastic, we love it to bits. It will persist until we head into the boss arena. So using the corner there just to cancel the flight early, allowing Georgie to then grab the invincibility, take full effect of it, and leg it through the rest of the stage. No squimshy here, please. Thank you very much, Retro Engine. As we then run our way down to the bottom section, we're going to come up here, we're going to come through, hit the box. Buttons open all the way up the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Invincibility keeps us going some more. Down and round and in, right up and over. Lovely. 1, 2. Jump for the fire shield, protects us from the fire that's right there. Come through into the secret tunnel through the mountain, has ourselves a lovely little secret with 20 rings in it. We're then going to navigate our way through the rest of the stage. We're going to jump down into the bottom right here, and then we're going to jump over the lava. This is where we want the fire shield. Very important to get over that. Spin dash our way through. Another couple of little segments here that we need to jump on, but Tails has the power of flight, so we can just go off the ceiling, straight through and round. Up and in, down the bottom there, and away we go. Lights will be coming on in approximately probably 10 seconds at this point, so just be wary of it getting a little bit bright again as we go through. And we have a wonderful exclamation in chat from Lady Lazuli that's just like, I made it, Jordan! And then love. So they did make it in time. They have made it. As we now come into the boss, it is Heavy Rider and Jimmy. Jimmy the Motorbug is going to be coming out here. Heavy Rider is going to be flinging a flail around as we go through on this. We're going to get 4 quick hits on the boss each side. 1, 2. We're going to come back. 3, 4. Oh, we get the bunk off Jimmy there. Jimmy hits don't count. We need them on Heavy Rider specifically. The way Jordy is doing this is manipulating the boss, because the boss will turn around when the boss goes off screen. So just trying to keep the boss on screen for as much as they possibly can. Away we go. And then 2 more hits on that. 1 more hit on that. Can we get space? So just keep flying, don't land.
Oh, okay. Just
keep flying. And then when the countdown, like, so start landing now. And then jump.
Oh.
There's people near. That's how you do that one.
I didn't even know that.
That's why, don't worry about it. He was going to middle. He was going up to anime stage here. Yeah, that one is just when the countdown goes off, you still have control of the characters. Then just jump and gravity's non-existent.
That's amazing.
It's a really fun one just to do. Welcome to Anime the Stage. This is Metallic Madness. Tails has a much easier time on this one because the bottom route is awful, the top route is awful. We want to just stay in the middle. How do you stay in the middle? You fly. You get a cool little ramp jumps as we run our way through on this one. Away we go, and then we just jump our way down. We're making not quite... Oh, you squimsh it through. We made the cycle. Let's go. Love to see that. I don't risk that. Sonic just gets squished too easily on it. So again, we're deliberately bunging on the ceiling here because being on the ceiling allows Tails to maintain much momentum there. Getting a lovely flight over those last set of spikes there. Taking down the bottom route on this one because it is faster for Tails to go down the bottom segment. Gets the piston. Perfect cycle to get through that one. Flipped into the background. Boing, flip. And then we're going to run towards the end of the stage. Believe it or not, that stage is almost done. It's less than a minute and away we go as it's now time to play with the pistons. There are 5 pistons. The boss will be in one of them. 2 of them pop out at one time. We get 4 hits. Once we've hit the boss 4 times, then we'll go into desperation mode, where Arg is going to learn to count to 4. It will be a difficult challenge. We'll see if I can pull it off.
Can you please do it in Count Dracula?
Yes. You want Sesame Street version? Wait, which one?
Yes, Sesame Street version.
Yeah. You want the count? Absolutely. We have to do the count. As we now go into the desperation phase. We're going to count this out. Chat, you can do it here. Audience, you can do it here with us. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 4th one, and then it goes back to 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta speed it up. And then we get 1 more. We'll do it there. And he's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other one was just I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I'm glad, because I can only count to 4. Right, on to Metallic Madness Act 2. This is where we're going to get Chibi Tails. It's a really cute sprite that we love to see. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to be staying on the middle again here on this one. We're going to have the Sonic CD background switching there. The foreground there, background there. It is really funky. It's really good. I love the Chibi Tails. He's so cute. He's a cute little fox. Yes, you are. We love the Chibi Tails. Which is great, because if Eggman just didn't bring the Shrink Ray, we'd never be able to get through this zone. But you know, he made us small, so now we can get through the inner mechanisms of his Metallic Madness zone. Thanks, buddy. The other thing as well is I am going to shut up at a certain part in this one, because we're going to get to hear an amazing tune, which is the saxophone. So we're going to go through, we're going to go in, we're going to try and see if we're making about a 58 cycle on this one. It's looking good so far. That's just going back up, so that's fine. As we then go through, and I'm going to shut up, enjoy the tune. Epic Sax Guy, can you play that for us? Because that is absolutely phenomenal, that is. Right, into the boss fight now. It's the Gacha boss. Which bosses are we going to get? Oh, look, it's one from Sonic 1. It's Marble 1's boss. It's one from Sonic 2. It's the very first level boss. What could the third one be? Oh my god, it's another Marble boss. And then, of course, the final one, which we're not getting right now, are the Amy's. There are 2 Amy dolls. The Amy dolls aren't going to appear until last, probably. Nope, we're getting one of them now. There she is. We're taking it out. Remote control doll. 3 hits on the Eggman, 1 hit on the Amy, and then the boss flies up. And with Tails, we can immediately just fly up. Hopefully, we get some good RNG of where he is. And we get the Eggman popping out the end there. We are coming up to the final stage of the run, the final 2 acts. Absolutely phenomenal run so far. It is coming up to the Titanic Monarch Zone. So this is the stage that puts everything together as you know it. This is the one that you want to get as much power as you can. You want to have as many, like basically puts everything together. It throws the kitchen sink and that at you on it, honestly. You've got gravity orbs, you've got the lightning, you've got spikes, you've got all sorts of crash test dummies and all sorts of moving platform shenanigans. We're going to fly with Tails all the way up the top here because we know we can. We're then going to become the crash test dummy and just have a little bit of fun with it. So we're going to go through here, we're going to go in. And there's the crash test dummy. Tails not happy about that. Absolutely panicked. I would be too. As that egg robot is gone. We're then going to navigate our way down through this little section here. Kind of auto-scroller is. It'll just take you on the path away we go into the orb section with the gravity orbs. We're going to try and get a number of really precise jumps up straight away on the first flip every time, except from the last one because that last one is always a butt. It's moving. So now we're going to go through. We're going to come in. We're going to go through. We're already going to see the bottom right come up in this one because there's a lovely little secret right here. It gives you the lightning shield. Activates a hidden mechanic where the lightning bolts can actually pull you up as you go through there. The arcs there, really useful movement mechanic, is really funky and we love to see it. We're then going to run our way through here and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Tails can just run right under those spikes because we don't have to worry about it. Perfect cycle to make it through the bridge. Well played. We're then going to have Tails' tiny hitbox get us pushed into the wall and allowing us to skip up and through on that section. Any other character tries that, they get squished. Tails' hitbox, just being a one height size block, allows you to clip into the wall beside the spikes that then allow you to navigate through it. We're then going to go up to our boss fight coming up here. We're then going to go through round on the platforms here. We're going to get that invincibility just to make the boss fight slightly easier as we then jump up 1 and get the second one there. Nice, just get the angle 2 and 3 straight up and then spin dash jump off the slide into the boss fight and then we should be able to just fly into phase 1 here. Jump, 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 jump. And then the invincibility should last us through this, allowing us to get straight into phase 2. Invincibility not required. It's going to be another couple of jumps on the boss here. 3, 4, 5. And my condolences to all Knuckles runners who would be screaming at the game right now. And then away we go. As the boss there is controlling the gravity of the elevator. If the elevator is going up, it is heavy gravity. And Knuckles doesn't get to hit the boss, which is frustrating. Zenon asking, since when has that invincibility been there? It's been there all the time. We just never go get it. We're on the final stage of the run here. Titanic Monarch Arc 2. This is 4 different routes. We're going to see all of them on this one.
No, we aren't.
Oh, are you not? You doing that? Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Yes! Okay, no, we're not.
Of course I'm doing it.
So this is the hardest trick in the game. So we're doing Titanic Monarch 2 level skip. We're going to the top right. The top right on this is going to have Tails clip into the ceiling using the gravity orbs here. What is then going to happen is that Jordy is going to jump up, try and dodge the magic packet of death, and we are going to, basically, we're going to the end of the level that you're not meant to see. So we come up into the secret exit here. We're going to line up against the bubble box, and then we're going to get the right angle.
First
try! Let's go! And then straight up and in. And then we get the jump, we go through, turns left, jumps up and through there, and goes right in, and then hits a mysterious capsule that you're not meant to hit.
That's the fastest I've ever done that.
That is amazing! That is so good! That is literally the hardest glitch in the game to do.
Double frame perfect, by the way.
Yeah, because you're jumping off the orb at a specific angle, so you need the right frame on it. You need the right frame on the angle to jump off the orb and then get into the ceiling. It cannot be understated just how ridiculous it is to get a sub 1 minute time in a marathon run right now. We now have, however, the hard boss that we have to do. We have only 3 rings to save ourselves on this. Once the boss actually gets easier, the more it goes on because they have less tentacles to try and actually hit us. We want to get the 4 bounces to remove the tentacles. We will see 1 set of the heavies on this one, and then we just dodge that and it's fine. I'm just popping off at the fact that you just got that right now. Like that is absolutely phenomenal. Time is coming up soon. Be ready on that. We'll let you know when it's coming up. Metallic Fatness 2. The ceiling clip to the boss end of level there is just... There was no even pause buffering or anything. It was just, I'm in there, done, 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 done. Like, runners try for hours to practice that. You can spend like up to 2 minutes.
Time coming on second hit.
Yep, here we go. Oh. Time. I am not worthy. I am not worthy. Like, absolutely legendary display there. The run is phenomenal. I hope you have all enjoyed the run here. Getting that trick in a run it's well played. Just well played. How do you feel?
I have no words.
Understandable.
That was incredible. I have no words.
No words on it. Everybody, again, this is Jordy's first in-person marathon run. Come to the event, shooting off absolutely amazing game in phenomenal style. 48-24, a glitched run of Sonic Mania. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Where can people find you?
So people can... I'm just going to leave
that. Put that aside there, that's fine.
People can find me on twitch.tv/Jordy, 2 I's, 2 E's, and the underscore is very important, although people like to remind me of that. I haven't been live as much, but when I am live, I tend to do like a lot of lately it's been Balatro, Elden Ring, I will sometimes do Sonic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's...
Call me the Balatro bug, understandable. Yep, many people here as well.
Addictive.
But there you go. Thank you very much for running with us. I hope you've had an amazing time at it. This has been great. Hopefully you'll be sticking around for the rest of the event.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. It's good to see some even more amazing runs. We are going to go and take our little intermission here. That is it for the Sonic block. And that is it for me hosting right now. A lot of you will all be saying, oh, thank God he's going away. I will be back, though. You will not see the last of me. Coming up next is Sackboy, as we're going to be going a Little Big Planet 2, doing a co-op run with Liam and Hyperfied. It is going to be a great run. We'll be back after this short break. We'll see you all in 3, everybody.